Okay.
No. Once I slay you, then I'll do this. And put it over here and put it in the cannon. And then burst it out. And then it goes back.
And then burst it out of the Plague Burst cannon? I saw what you did there. That's very clever.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Here with my son Morgan. What? Hey, where'd he go? Oh, I guess he's not here.
Yeah, I am.
I'm going to play another game of KidHammer with my son Morgan. And this is his first time playing Warhammer 40k. So he's going to be fielding Space Wolves. And he chose for me to field Death Guard. It's going to be fun. Are you going to have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's the most important thing about this game? I give you a hint. I just said the most important thing.
To have fun?
Yeah, that's right. It's to have fun. Okay, let's take a look at the armies.
All right, Morgan, what you got?
This is my Space Wolves army. This is an unbound detachment. For elites, I have Terminators. They're equipped with Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields. For my second elite, I have a Venerable Dreadnought.
Do you mean a Venerable Dreadnought?
That's what I said. He's got a Venetian Great Axe and a Blizzard Shield. I have a squad of scouts right there. And this guy's coming for the camera. With camo cloaks and sniper rifles. Last but not least, I have a Land Rider this can come off. It's got 2 twin last cannons and a twin heavy bolter. And that's my Space Wolves army.
Over on the Death Guard side, I have 2 Plague Burst cannons, 2 squads of Poxwalkers, and a squad of 7 Plague Marines. On the Plague Marines, there are 2 Plasma Guns. There's also a Power Fist on the Champion. Both of my Plague Burst Crawlers have replaced their Plague Spitters with Entropy Cannons. The Heavy Sluggers are also replaced with Raphael Valley Guns.
For our mission today, we will be doing Big Guns Never Tire. We're doing 4 objectives instead of 6 because our armies are so small. At the end of the game, each objective marker is worth 3 victory points to the player who controls it. Destroy the big guns!
In this special rule, at the end of the game, each player receives 1 victory point for each enemy heavy support unit that has been completely destroyed. So for you, it is this Land Raider. For me, it's the 2 Plague Burst Crawlers. You get 2 extra victory points if you destroy them, Morgan. And I get 1 if I destroy your Land Raider. Make sense?
Yeah. Slay Lord.
Slay Lord? You mean slay the Warlord?
Yeah.
Okay, so that victory condition is also in play. So you get an extra victory point if you slay the Warlord. But you gotta nominate somebody as who's your Warlord?
The tank.
Your Land Raider?
Yeah. You can take this off. Then you put it up there.
Okay, once I slay him, then you'll do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Once I slay you, then I'll do this. And put it over here and put it in the cannon. And then burst it out. And then it goes back.
And then burst it out of the Plague Burst cannon? I saw what you did there. That's very clever. I'm going to nominate this Plague Burst Crawler to be my Warlord. So you get an extra victory point if you slay him.
Slay them.
In addition to this, Line Breaker and First Blood victory conditions are in play. So the first unit that's destroyed, you get a victory point. And if you end the game in my deployment zone, or if I end the game in your deployment zone, we get extra victory points for that. Okay, Morg, we're gonna roll to see who goes first, okay? You ready? 6 and 4.
No.
So I'm gonna go first unless you seize the initiative. So roll a dice, if you get a 6, you steal it from me. No. Because we don't have Battle-Forged Army, and because this is a modified version of Big Guns Never Tire, we're gonna give each other 3 command points each to play in this open play game, even though it's not an open play mission. It's a modified mission. So it is Death Guard turn 1. I'm going to go ahead and move up all my guys, starting with this squad of Poxwalkers. I'm advancing them up because they can't shoot anything.
My turn.
They're moving closer, Morg.
Hey, it's my turn though.
There's zombies. Not your turn yet. I'm just not even done my movement phase. Oh, they're gonna get you, Morgan. They're gonna get you. The Poxwalkers, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. They're gonna... Now on this side, Poxwalkers are also going to advance up 5 inches plus their movement. So they're now up, and now my Plague Marines will move up. And I don't know why I rolled that. I didn't want to advance them. They're just going to move up. I'm not going to move up any of my Plague Burst Crawlers. What I am going to do, though, is shoot in the shooting phase now that I'm in the shooting phase. Not starting with them. I'll start with my Plague Marines right here. Starting with these 2 little plasma guns. And I'm going to supercharge them. Do you know what that means? Better strength, better damage. So, start.
He's gonna hide in there.
What? He's gonna... Starting with the first guy, I gotta roll separately for this, because if I roll a 1, I have to remove him because he kills himself. Yeah, you're smiling because that's funny. That's a funny thought, right? So watch this. Okay, that's a hit. Second one. That's a hit. And I'm wounding you.
Wait, how do I block it though?
That's 2 wounds.
No, I have to block.
Your Blizzard Shield gives you a 4-up invuln save. You gotta roll 2 dice here. You need 4+ on both of them. And you get 4+ on 1. Now you do have 3 command points. If you really wanted to, you could spend a command point to re-roll that.
What does that mean?
That means you spend one of your 3 command points and hope for a 4+ when you re-roll. If not, it's wasted. If you do, you save it and you get no damage. It's up to you.
No, I'll get 1 damage.
It's actually 2 damage because I supercharged it. But you have 8 wounds, so it's all good.
I have 6 wounds left.
Now, starting with this Plague Burst Crawler, hitting you with Entropy Cannons. Did not move. I hit you on 4s. I have 2 of them. I miss with both. Would you look at that? I gotta see your face, because there's a smile of happiness that I missed all my shots, and you are my son.
No.
Rothel Valley Gun, heavy 3, hitting on 4s. It's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s, because I'm only strength 6. That's a wound!
On this 1 dice?
Yep, 4-up invuln save because of your Blizzard Shield. Oh, goes through.
I have 5 wounds left.
Now my Plague Burst Mortar, heavy D6, targeting your Venerable Dreadnought. Oh, 5 hits, Morgan! It's 5 hits! Not quite, it's just 5 shots. Those might miss you. Hitting on 4s. That's where we only get 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's where we get nothing. And I gotta see your face, because again, you're happy. Now I have this Plague Burst Crawler. He's gonna do the exact same thing, only at your Land Raider. Are you happy with this? Gonna get you. This time I'm gonna start with the mortar. Heavy D6, so that's only 2. Hitting on 4s, that's 1. Wounding on a 4, because you're toughness 8. Your 2+ becomes a 4-up save, so you're 4-up. Otherwise, it's D3 damage. What'd you get? You make it! Now for the 2 Entropy Cannons. 1 hit. No wound. Because I needed a 4 to wound you. Rothel Valley Gun is too far away. Because at 24 inches, you're more than that. So that's my turn, Morg. Actually, going back to the Plague Marines, they get 1 more shot each from their bolters onto your Venerable Dreadnought. So that's 2 hits and 5s. That's 1 wound.
Save. Oh!
And you make it. First things first, in the Space Wolf's
I
turn,
can't reach.
you can move your Venerable Dreadnought up, because that's what you gotta do. And that's the only thing you're gonna move, so now it's on to the shooting phase.
My Land Rider is gonna shoot your tank.
In the shooting phase,
Starting with the twin last cannons. Hitting on 3s.
oh, it's 4 hits.
1, 2, 3. 4 hits. Wounding on 3s.
Getting 3.
1, 2, 3. I'm spending a command point to re-roll this dice. Hope it works.
You get a 3+.
Oh!
My Plague Burst Crawler is demonic, which means he has a 5+ invuln save. Let's see if I can save any of those. I saved 2 of them. You get 2d6 damage.
What does that mean?
That means whatever you roll, that's how much damage I take. You ready? Oh, that's 2 6s! and I have 12 wounds. But I am disgustingly resilient, which means I'm going to roll 12 dice, and on any 5 pluses, I ignore those wounds.
What? That's 12 dice?
Yes, it's a lot. That's how much damage you just did on me. Here it is, Bo. Okay, so I made 4 of them. That's statistically significant. 8 wounds go through. You just wounded me 8 times.
Now for my twin heavy bolt. I'm gonna use it. Now I'm hitting on 3s. 5s to wound.
Get 2.
No fair.
-1, 4-up save. 1 goes through, but disgustingly resilient. On a 5-up, I ignore it. I don't. It goes down to 3 wounds now.
My wolf scouts are gonna shoot your plague marines. Sniper rifles hitting on 3s.
Good hits.
5s to wound.
But 6s are mortal wounds in addition to regular damage because they're sniper rifles. So you actually get 1 wound plus another one. So I'm going to roll a 3-up save for your damage. And I make it. Okay. Now I got to roll 1 disgustingly resilient for your 6 that you rolled.
What does that mean?
That means because you rolled a 6, you got a mortal wound. And I fail it. That means you kill 1. Good thing you rolled a 6 on there. So before we continue, your Venerable Dreadnought has a special rule, Unyielding Ancient. So for each wound that you get, you roll a
I
6,
think I have 2 wounds.
and you actually don't lose the wounds. So you lost 3 so far, so you can roll 3 dice. Okay, and on any 6s, you regain those wounds. This should have happened when you were wounded before, but we're going to do it now. Go ahead. Okay, you regain a wound.
So if my Dreadnought is charging both squads.
Okay, I'm going to overwatch with my Plague Marines then. And because your Dreadnought will cleave me in 2 in close combat, I'm going to supercharge my plasma guns, starting with the first one, hitting on 6s, lucky to not get any 1s. The second one, oh, I hit you, but I do roll a 1, so 1 guy dies, not without hitting you first though, and I wound you. That's a wound.
What happened?
Blizzard Shield, 4+ invuln save. Do you save it? You don't. You take 2 damage, but you're unwielding ancient. You can roll 2 dice, and on 6s you ignore these. They both go through. So that means you are down to 4 wounds. Now for the rest of the shots, there's 2 bolters in rapid fire range.
Isn't it my turn? I should be shooting. You're not shooting.
This is Overwatch. This happens in your turn when you charge me. But I only hit on 6s. So I hit with 2, and I wound on 5s, and I get 2 wounds. And you roll 3-up saves. One goes through. Now, if you really want to, you can command point reroll that. You have 2 command points left. You can spend 1 to reroll if you want. You don't have to. Up to you. You only lose 1 wound if you don't. But if you want to, you can try. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I don't think I should do it because then I'll save it for later.
Okay. Down to 3 wounds, Morg. Now my Poxwalkers can't shoot anything, so now you can just go ahead and charge me. So you roll 2 dice. You need 8 inches to get my Plague Marines and 3 inches to get my Poxwalkers.
That's 8 and 3.
Yeah, so you need at least 3 to get into combat, and if you get an 8, you're going to charge the Plague Marines.
How do you get an 8 on these?
Well, if you get a 5 and a 3, that's an 8. Okay? You add them together. Ready? You get a 5. Not quite close enough to get the Plague Marines, but you're going to charge my Poxwalkers. You're going to use the Scythe version of your Fenrisian Great Axe, which doubles the attacks from 4 to 8. And you're hitting on 2s because you're venerable. You ready? Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Alright, looks like that's all hits. Look at all those 2s. Now you're wounding me on 2s. Strength 6 versus toughness 3. Wow, that's all wounds. You didn't get a single 1 both times.
So
Rolling for disgustingly resilient now, and any 5 pluses, they stay alive. Only 1, so 7 die. That's Nurgle's number. That's very Nurgly of them to sacrifice 7 of them to the Plague God. And now I get to attack you back. I'm going to pile in and attack you back.
can't.
Of course I can attack you back. Because they're zombies. That's actually the reason why they can attack you back. Are you okay with this, Puma? Poxwalkers have 2 attacks each. each hitting on 5s. Whoa! And they wound on 6s, getting nothing. At the end of the phase here, they don't have to roll for morale because they never have to take morale tests. So they're just going to be locked in combat with you. Now it's back to Death Guard turn 2, and I'm going to move my Poxwalkers up. Heck, I'm going to move and advance them up. Are you ready for this? Oh, they only advance 1. And they move up. That's as far as they can go, which is not very far, but they got to do something. They got to move up somewhere. Plague Marines, they're going to move up.
No.
On my turn, I'm going to combine the shots of both of my Plague Burst Crawlers into your Land Raider, because he is worth 2 extra victory points at the end of the game. So I'm just going to combine all my shots into him. But I have to roll separately. I'm bracketed, so I have to roll separately for this guy.
How much?
Starting with his Plague Burst Mortar, heavy D6, getting a 5. Wound. I hit you on 5s though, because I'm bracketed. I only get 1 hit. And I wound you on 4s. That's a wound.
Safe.
4 up. Ready? And you make it. 2 Entropy Cannons, hitting on 5s, getting nothing. Rothel Valley Gun is too far away. Now for this Plague Burst Crawler, hitting on 4s, because he's not bracketed. And that's for his mortar, so he gets 6 shots with that, hitting on 4s. You ready? Only 2 hits, and wounding on 4s. 1 wound.
4, safe.
And you make it! 2 Entropy Cannons, hitting on 4s. It's 1 hit, and wounding on not that. That's not a wound. That did nothing this turn. Now for my Plague Marines. Oh wait, I was supposed to actually remove one of them because one of them died because his weapon got hot. So now, this guy's going to supercharge his weapon. Only 1 shot into your Land Raider. Hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 4, that's a wound. This one, it's a 5 up save, Morg. Rolling a different die. Let's see if you make it. Let's see if you get a beard here. Are you going to get a beard? Let's see. Do you get a beard? You don't get a beard. That goes through. And then I got 3 bolters, 1 shot each, hitting on 3s, wounding on 6s, getting 1 wound. 2 up save. Okay, let's see what you get. Choosing to roll this dice. You might get a 1 here. You're going to regret it.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just saying. You're switching dice mid-game. You going to do it? You got to roll it. Oh, you're lucky. Now for the combat, I'm going to charge in with my Plague Marines and help out these Poxwalkers. Getting 6, so I make it. They have 1 attack each.
Ready?
Hitting on 3s. Okay, only 2. And they're wounding you on 5s.
3 up save.
Whoa, you get lucky with your saves. My Power Fist is going to go now. That's 2 hits. And I'm going to wound you on 3s. That's 2 wounds. That's a 4 up invuln save because of your Blizzard Shield. You got to save both. You saved both. You got lucky. Now for my Poxwalkers. They're attacking you with 6 attacks. Hitting on 5s. Getting 3 hits. Wounding on not that. That doesn't help any wounding whatsoever. And not that either. That doesn't help either.
I'm attacking Plague Marines now. Scythe attacks.
So 8 attacks there.
Oops.
2s to hit. Just like last time. Oh, and you get a 1.
The weeds are done.
Wounding on 3s. Four wounds, -3, so I will roll my 6 up saves. Getting nothing. They're worth 1 damage each because you're doing the scythe attack, so I'll roll my Disgustingly Resilience. Save 1, 3 die. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Beginning of your turn, I see that you're moving your Terminators over here. They are deep striking over on this side of the battlefield. They're 9 inches away from my Plague Burst Crawler.
And in the shooting range, my Land Raider is gonna fire. Twin last cannons.
4 shots, hitting on 3s. Okay, that's 3 hits. And that was against this Plague Burst Crawler because it's unwounded right now. 3s to wound.
Okay. Ooh.
It's 2 wounds. 5 up, invuln saves. Failed both. So, you roll 2d6. That's how much damage I take.
What?
Just like last time. Go
Okay.
ahead. And it is 5, 7. 7 damage. 7 disgustingly resilient rolls. Saving 3. This takes 4 damage. That brings me down to 8 wounds. Twin Heavy Bolter. 6 shots now. Hitting on 3s.
Okay. Oh, come on. Wounding on 5s. And I got 1 and
That's it.
1 only.
So I am a 4-up save, and I saved it.
Sniper shooting the zombies. 3, 2, 1, go.
1 hit.
3s to wound.
6s are mortal wounds in addition to regular damage. And that's a miss. Assault phase. So you're going to charge these guys. Actually, charge phase first. You're charging your Terminators into my Plague Burst Crawler?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, I'm going to Overwatch. I can't with my mortar because you're too close. You're within 12 inches. But I can with my entropy cannons. Hitting on 6s, they miss. Rothail Valley Gun, 6s, that misses. Roll a 9 and you make it into combat.
Okay.
Will you be lucky? Will you get a 9? You get a 4. And before you go with your Venerable Dreadnought, I actually have to roll for leadership. Because I could have lost one. On a 6, I would have lost one. Oh! And I would have lost another one. So I only have one more guy left in my Plague Marine squad. Splitting your attacks, Morg?
Yeah.
So 4 attacks into the Poxwalkers, 4 attacks into the Plague Marine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are 2 of the Poxwalkers. Hitting on 2s.
And I don't fail at all.
Yep, all 4 hit. Wounding on 2s. That's 3 wounds. 3 disgustingly resilient rolls. Make none. All 3 die. Now for the other 4 attacks, onto the Plague Marine. So hitting on 2s, 4 attacks. Okay, that's that many. Now wounding on 3s. And that's 2 wounds. 6-up saves. None. Now for disgustingly resilience. Oh, I make them both, Morgie's still alive. Isn't that crazy? Now attacking you back with 2 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3. That's a wound. 4-up invuln save.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
If you make it, you'll be lucky. If not, you might die. Go.
Okay.
Oh, and you make it again. Now it's on the Death Guard turn. We're going to go ahead and move forward with these Poxwalkers. You know what? I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to, you know what? I don't think they're close enough to charge you. So they're just going to advance as well. Going another 3 inches. So they're going like that. So they have moved forward. Now we have these 2. Oh, look at this. Look at all these juicy targets back there. Should I shoot them? Or should I shoot the thing that's most dangerous? Ah, that's a hard one, Morg.
Me too.
That's
it's
really
hard.
hard. Well, I know you're too close for the entropy cannon. Or for the mortar. So I'm going to actually... That Plague Burst Crawler is going to shoot your Land Raider. And so will this one. I might as well. Starting with this one. I'm going to shoot the mortar at you for 3 shots. Hitting on 4s because I'm not bracketed yet. That's 2 hits. And wounding on 4s. 2 wounds.
4-up for both?
Yep. So 2 4-ups. Oh, 1 goes through. So D3 damage on it. 3 damage. So you go from 14 down to 11. 2 entropy cannons now into the Land Raider. That's no hits because I hit on 4s.
4 at least.
Now for this Plague Burst Crawler, going to shoot the exact same things into the Land Raider, starting with the mortar. That's D6, so that's 2 hits. 1 hit and wounding on a 4. That's not a wound. Now 2 entropy cannons. 1 hit, wounding on a 4. Nothing. I will attack you once here. I have 2 attacks with my Power Fist, hitting on 4s. It's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
Up.
4-up saves due to your Blizzard Shields. Can you make them both? Can you survive? Wow.
Oh.
So one goes through. Now you do have the option of spending a command point to re-roll that so you don't die. You do have 3 wounds left. I do have to roll a 5 or a 6 on the D3 for damage. There's a chance you'll survive, but you can roll again if you wish.
No, I'm saving it.
Okay. Now I'm going to roll for damage. D3. 5 or 6, I kill you. Last chance, you can re-roll that 3.
No.
No? Okay, here we go. 5
or 6, you kill me.
on a 1. I don't kill you. You are down to 2 wounds, and you attack me back. You know what? I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll my damage. So instead of 1 damage, let's see what we get. Oh, it's a 5, Morgan!
What does that mean?
That means I destroy the dreadnought. Maybe. You get to roll dice. If you get a single 6, then you survive. So 3 dice.
And 1 single 6.
1 single 6, you'll survive.
For that guy.
For him, yes. Because you're venerable. Oh, 2 6s! You only take 1 damage, the same thing.
What?
Now hitting me back. You're going to do 4 attacks for your cleave attack this time.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s.
Okay, 2s.
4. With 4 dice, go ahead.
Oh, 4 dice.
Okay, that's all hits. That's a 5 way down there. Try to roll down here, okay? And then you're wounding on 2s because you're strength 10 versus my toughness 5. So roll again, and 2s to wound. Okay, that's 3 wounds.
So
you're -3 on this. I need 6s to save. I get no 6s. D6 damage apiece. Go ahead and
how
roll.
much health do you have?
I only have 1, but I have disgustingly resilient. So on 5s or 6s, I ignore your damage. So you gotta roll. Okay, you get a lot. You get a total of 10. So I have to save all of these 5s and 6s in order to survive.
All of them 5s and 6s?
Wow, that was actually a high roll, much higher than statistical, but I still managed to die because that's a really hard thing to avoid.
Wait, I need to...
So your dreadnought's gonna consolidate.
Okay, so like...
That's way too much. About there is right. Space Wolf's turn. You got your guy's moving closer. I think this is not going to be good for business here, Morg. So your dreadnought's going to move closer to the tank.
Sniper shooting at zombies.
5 dice. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
Okay.
Ugh.
That's a...
They don't even have a save here because they're 7+. But disgustingly resilient. And they failed that too, so one of them dies.
No. Last cannons into the tank, and heavy bolter that can pop off is going to the zombies.
Okay, split firing. Excellent. So last cannon's
So
first.
4 up.
So you need 3s to hit, actually. And that's 2 hits. And now you're wounding on 3s. And no wounds.
6 shots from the heavy bolter. Ooh.
Oh, that's good. They all hit.
Wounding on 3s.
Okay, that's 2. I get no save, but disgustingly resilient. Make none, so 2 more die.
Dreadnought is charging the tank.
So overwatching, not with my mortar because you're too close, but my entropy cannons hitting on 6s. Nothing. Raphael Valley gun, 6s. Getting 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. Nothing. Alright, charge in. Rolling 2 dice. Let's see how far you get. You get a 4, which is definitely enough.
Terminators are charging this tank.
Okay, I'm going to overwatch. Same thing.
Okay.
Entropy cannons. Nothing. Raphael Valley gun. Ooh, 2 hits. And wounding. 1 wound. -2 on that.
How come you're shooting at me?
So you're a 3-up invuln save because of your storm shield.
Okay, but how come you're shooting at me?
Because it's overwatching, because you're charging me. I always get to shoot at you if you charge me. But I hit on 6s. That's the difference. Oh, you save it because you have a storm shield. That's why those are so good. Charge a clock. Now you charge me. Roll 2 dice and see if you make it in, which you will, because if you get a 2, you make it. This is just for formality purposes. You get a 7. How Nurgle of you. So you're moving in nice and close there, so you trap me. Very good move, Morg.
My Dreadnought is doing 4 attacks.
Okay, your cleave attacks hitting on 2s, getting 4 hits, and you're wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. -3, so 5 up invuln save. I make none of them. This is D6 damage each, Morg. So roll all 3 of them. That's how much damage you do.
I could potentially kill you right now.
You could very much potentially kill me. Okay, that's 11 wounds. Disgustingly resilient rolls. Let's see what I get. So I make 1, 2, 3. That's exactly 8 left over. That's how many wounds I had. So you kill me. Congratulations. On a 5+, I explode. I don't. You're lucky because I definitely would have killed you. So that is killed, and you can actually consolidate closer to this tank now.
I feel like I should go over there.
Well, you have to go to the closest enemy unit. So right here. That's way too here. Just like that.
11 attacks sitting on 4s.
From your Terminators.
So
4 hits. Wounding on 3s.
oops.
Three wounds. 5 up invuln saves. Made none. Okay, so how much damage? You're actually 3 damage apiece with Thunderhammers. So I gotta roll these disgustingly resilient rolls. Oh, and I make all those, but all those go through, and I only have 3 wounds left, so I'm dead. So on a 5 up, I explode. And how happy am I? D3 mortal wounds. You know what? I'm gonna command point reroll that to kill 1 Terminator. You get to choose which one dies.
Wait. I feel like...
That's the best one to kill, to be honest.
Why?
Because he's farthest away from that objective. And then you kill me too.
Yeah, but I feel like I should have killed the guys in front because these are near the cannons.
Yeah, but I'm already dead.
Oh. That's how you're even alive.
And now you're consolidating closer. Hold on, not too much, only 3.
Wait, what if you killed all... What if you killed the tank and this guy and all these and those guys with all the zombies?
Well,
That would mathematically be impossible.
not impossible, just improbable. All right, on my turn, I'm going to move forward here. I don't really see much more of this. I think this is your game. But just for fun, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to charge your scouts. So you get to overwatch me. Overwatching with your scouts, Morg. So hitting me on 6s. Go ahead and roll.
What?
Yep.
I thought it was your turn.
It is, but this is overwatching. I'm charging you now. You get to shoot at me before I charge you. And you get 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That is a mortal wound in addition
That
to
was
regular
a 1.
damage.
That was a 1.
So, I'm gonna... So you actually got 2 damage there?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 saves, which I don't get, plus a mortal wound, so 3 disgustingly resilient rolls. And I made none, so that's 3 dead.
What? How was that possible? I don't
And
even...
now I'm charging you. See if I can make it. Oh, I make it. Look at that. I make it. Oh, do I ever make
I don't
it.
even need my tank anymore. I'm not even gonna use him.
You might need it.
Why? I'm only using these guys.
8 attacks now from my Poxwalkers. Hitting you. Hitting you on 5s. That's only 2 hits. And wounding you. That's a couple wounds there. Actually, it's only 1 wound. I wound you on 5s. So, 1 save. Can you make it?
For what?
Roll a dice. Let's see if you make it. Right there, I wound you. Go ahead.
Nick, were you
Roll 1 dice.
Wait. Are you gonna kill me? Are you gonna kill all of these guys if I don't do that?
Just 1. I can only possibly kill 1.
Did you already do that?
No.
Well, I'm gonna let you. Oh, fine. I'll just roll.
You make it anyway. All that. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. 2. I have no saves, but disgustingly resilient. Made 1, so 1 dies. And I automatically pass morale.
What does that mean?
That means on your turn, you definitely want to disengage and shoot at me with what you got, which is your Land Raider. All shots now from the Land Raider into the Poxwalker. See if you can finish me off. Hitting on 3s.
What?
That's a good one. Wounding on 3s. That's 3 wounds. That's exactly what you need. That goes through any armor that I have, which I don't. And disgustingly resilient. And 1 more survives. Would you look at that? I have 1 guy left.
And this shot.
So your last cannon shots. Here you go. Hitting on 3s.
3, 2, 1, boom.
Okay, so you miss with 3. Only get 1 shot. And you wound on a 2. Don't get a 1, otherwise you don't kill me. Okay, that's a wound. That goes through. Roll your damage. That's 1. All right, disgustingly resilient. If I get a 5 or a 6, you don't kill him. So you have a once per battle hunter-killer missile that you're able to fire at me. It is not that weapon, it's another one. Happens to be invisible right now. But you can still roll it, okay?
No, I want to use this one.
You already shot that, and you already killed a couple guys with it. But here, roll your hunter-killer missile. Okay, roll a dice on a 3. Go ahead.
I had a 1.
That's a hit. Now wounding on a 2. That's a wound.
What does that mean?
D6 damage, just roll a dice. 1 again. If I get a 5 or a 6, you don't kill me. Oh, and you kill me. You finally finish me off. That is a proper tabling. And an epic handshake is extended, Morgie.
Daddy. That's what?
Morgan, what was your favorite part of this game?
Not telling the same thing as Dana, because she said winning, but I'm going to say having fun.
What's that?